the Viper 4567 here with some more of some raw thoughts. This week I must say was a little bit more of a little bit of an improvement compared to the last kind of 2-3 weeks. And a great main event between Ambrose and Rollins, some other little decent stuff in between, some bad, some good, but overall a little bit better. It wasn't a good show. I wouldn't say it was a good show. It was borderline good, much better than there was, I've said, over the last couple of weeks. But so yeah, we kick off with Stephanie McMahon coming out to Daniel Bryan's music, basically gloating the fact that she bet Brie and all that crap, saying SummerSlam was epic. I wouldn't say it was epic, Stephanie. This is the problem with WWE. Even though it could be the worst pay per view they've ever had, they still obviously they have to call it epic and all this crap. But and she said it was better than WrestleMania, but no, it was not actually. Thank you. She says Lesnar getting the WWE title, the new WWE title, all that crap. She talks about Brie, doesn't mess with her. The Authority always wins. Then she talks about the 999 thing again. Yawn. Brie comes out. Nikki's out talking. Brie comes out, and then basically, Nikki being the jealous little sister, basically. Brie comes out, talks to her, but then she gets another slap. So, shit segment, really, to be quite honest. Wasn't that great. I think it was way too long. It went 15 fucking minutes. I think is ridiculous. The Wyatt family take on the Big Show, Mark Henry. Decent tag match for a big, these are, think about 4 big, massive men. Yeah, fair enough, the Wyatt family are not as heavy and big as in terms of Mark Henry and the Big Show. It was still a pretty decent match, some good stuff. Harper and Rowan, Harper looked really good in this, considering the fact that he's facing 2 big slow people. But yeah, so the KO punch in the Great World's Strongest Slam gets the win for them. So yeah, and you think they're actually on the verge of getting a tag team title shot, but we'll get to that later on in the show. Then Renee talks to Seth about the match and all that, and some who turned out to be Ambrose poured ice water over him. Obviously, part of all this ice bucket challenge stuff. Ambrose goes, "What? It's for charity," and then basically hits the bucket off his head and attacks him and all that. So yeah. So basically, that leads to a match tonight between Ambrose and Rollins, and the fans get to pick what stipulation it is and all that. Next then, Natalya defeats Paige in a shite Divas match. It was obviously just basically building up to yet another match between AJ Lee and Paige at Night of Champions, which is not for another 5 weeks. Well, be less than 5 weeks now, considering I'm doing this on a Thursday, which I don't mind. I think, but if they are going to end the rivalry, obviously Paige has to win. So, but yeah, she tracks him in a roll up from Natalya, gets the win. Triple H and Stephanie then show off the new WWE title, which I think, to be fair, is quite nice. The other belt, though, didn't last very long, did it? It lasted, all of a year and a half? I think they could have just kept that title belt, the one that they made, and just not throw away, but put the world title into early retirement. But to be fair, it's nice, but I just think they could have kept the other belt. The fact is, that probably cost a lot of money. It does, because it's a real gold, so. But hey, what can you do? Then Lesnar comes out for a photo op with the Authority, they leave. Heyman basically is smug and all that from the night before, saying that Cena was basically dominated and all that. Basically, they're talking about, and ironically, they were talking about, 16 German suplexes, and how many titles Cena's off 16? Just the one. So I think about it, that could be an omen to why they done the 16 German suplexes, because Cena's only one more away from leveling with Ric Flair. So I have a feeling at Night of Champions Cena might win. But hey, if he does, I'm not going to, if I'm being honest here, I might not watch WWE. I might watch it, but I won't review him anymore. Because I just think the fact is, what was the point of him getting his absolute fucking ass kicked at SummerSlam for him to come back then and fucking win? It just makes no sense. Fair enough, it would make sense the fact that if Lesnar's not going to be around, put the belt on someone else. Or make Cena win. See, even if Cena wins the title and loses it to Rollins, I'm still not going to be happy, because I don't want Cena being a 16-time champion. No fucking way. But it just looks like Cena will become a 17-time champion. We all know that. They obviously want him to be the greatest ever super. John Cena is fucking. He's basically been dry and dull and boring for the past 5 fucking. I won't even say. I'd say 3.5 years to 4 years. The fact is, John Cena does the same promos each. I've talked this to many people. People says, "Oh, Bray Wyatt does the same promo." it's the same type of tone, but it's not the. But John Cena does the exact same thing for the past even 10. We say since 2007, because obviously he still did a bit of rap around '05. So the fact is, you cannot say to me Bray Wyatt does the same, but yet you love John Cena, a guy who has been the same type of person for the past 7 to 8 years. So, and I think Bray Wyatt wasn't always Bray Wyatt. Remember, he was Husky Harris, so he could easily change his character, unlike Cena. So that's my little rant about that over with. Next match then, The Miz defeats Dolph Ziggler to win by countout. This was a rematch for the IC title. It was a shit ending really, but then again, in hindsight, maybe Miz might get another title shot at Night of Champions. I'm hoping, because they seem to have good chemistry together. To be quite honest, it was an okay match. It wasn't anything special, but yeah. Next match then, Cesaro defeats Jack Swagger in an okay match. Wasn't anything special. Neutralizer gets the win, which is surprising, the fact that actually Cesaro actually wins the match, even though he lost at SummerSlam at the pre-show against fucking Rob Van Dam, which pissed me all the way off, because the fact is Rob Van Dam's is only here to put over new stars. Yeah, he's going to get the odd win here and there, but I don't know. Bo Dallas comes out and calls him, you let down over 318 million people, you lost your manager, your self-respect and your dignity, but you can get it all back if you just believe. So obviously I presume there's going to be a fucking rivalry, which I have no problem with. Next, Orton, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, Roman Reigns, Sheamus defeats Orton and Ryback. So good match. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was crap or anything. I thought it was pretty decent. Ryback was over. I didn't realise he was from Las Vegas. Well, apparently he is, and the fact is he was fucking over, and even he was enjoying it. He was saying, "Come on," so funny. 5-star Fox Flash gets the win. It was okay, some decent stuff, some nice stuff from Reigns, some nice stuff. RVD looked pretty decent in this match as well. So yeah. Next Bray Wyatt says he is now the new face, and he is new face of the Saviors, all this crap and all that. Basically, he does do the same interviews, yes, or promos, whatever, but he adds some spice to it, and plus, the fact is, the fans still love him, because they won't be going around doing that, sorry. The Usos take on Stardust and Goldust, but the Dust, as I call them, the Dust Brothers win that match, so, yeah, so I actually will talk about that now in a minute. Rusev has a new opponent, they basically talked about Jack Swagger, basically the fact that everyone was betting USA all this crap. Mark Henry comes out, and basically comes out and basically just gives him the world's strongest slam. Rusev tried to obviously attack him, so look at Night of Champions, it looks like it's going to be Rusev versus Mark Henry, and that's what I'm saying. Big Show and Mark Henry looked like they were going to get a tie shot, because they kept tag team title shot, because the fact is that they were winning matches and all that, and then all of a sudden, boom, Mark Henry then was in the feud. Grand, fair enough, I don't want those two being tag champs anyway, but still, what's the point? So obviously it looks like it probably could be Goldust and Stardust. Oh, excuse me. So yeah. Then with the epic main event between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, this match went to a no contest, but there was 3 stipulations: falls count anywhere, no disqualification, or no holds barred. What kind of pissed me off about the split, they're basically almost the same, if you get where I'm coming from. Either way, it was going to be weapons, or just 3 different things. So they could have had a ladder match, we say. Not a ladder match, a last man standing, I quit, or fucking whatever. But hey, but still, they picked falls count anywhere. Good match, great match, like one of the best matches on Raw so far this year. We've had a good few. We've had obviously Cena Cesaro from February, obviously the 6-man tag match between the Wyatts and the Shield, and we've had other good matches. So like this year, Raw really had some good matches. Nice dropkick from Ambrose, defies the crowd. Ambrose with a suplex on the stage, power slam, while Rollins had a chair on the back. He had a chair on the back, which was nice. Rollins Irish whips Ambrose into a chair, and then uses kendo sticks. Then a lovely insecure gets 2 for Rollins. Tornado DDT gets 2 for Ambrose. Russian leg sweep with the kendo stick gets 2 for Ambrose. Sit down powerbomb. Then with Ambrose just goes nuts. He fucks about 8 or 9 chairs into the ring, puts them all together. It looks like he's going to give Rollins a superplex. Rollins counters into a fucking beautiful sit down powerbomb. That gets 2. Then Rollins brings in the table. Obviously, Corporate Kane's already come down. Rollins saying, I got this. So Kane sits down by the announcers. He brings in a table. He's going to give him a curve stomp, I think, because Ambrose's face was on the table. But Ambrose gets up, gives him a superplex through the table. That gets 2 thanks to fucking... That gets 2. Yeah, it gets 2. Then it's basically Kane. They also get, I think, Dirty Deeds as well. That gets 2 thanks to Kane. And so basically he punches Kane, fucks out Rollins, gives them both the suicide dive. Ambrose then jumps off the table onto Rollins, who's in the crowd. Then Kane, I think Ambrose was going to do Dirty Deeds through the announcer's table. Kane gives him a chokeslam on the table, did not break though. And then also Rollins does a curve stomp on the table as well. Kane then removes some, like a table type thing, and underneath a cloth or something was a load of concrete blocks, and they put Ambrose's face right on it, and then Rollins does the curve stomp, so that stops the match. Like, we looked fucking epic though, I must say. Really good. This feud's going to continue into Night of Champions. I have no problem. I could watch these guys all night. They just, I don't know what's about. I just, like, Ambrose is absolutely fantastic. His character is absolutely magnificent. Rollins playing like the cowardly heel, but like then showing a side of an evil son of a bitch as well. So overall, like, I'm enjoying the feud. Like, fair enough, the match at SummerSlam could have been a little bit better without the Lumberjacks. A lot of people didn't like the match because of the fact of the Lumberjacks. But I think at the end of the day, what's the point of moaning over stupid little stipulations? At the end of the day, the match was good. Like, these guys have fucking chemistry. Like, no offense to Roman Reigns, at the moment these two are bigger than Roman Reigns. No one can say that. At the end of the day, like, Ambrose and Rollins have a lot more to do in the company than what Rollins is doing at the current moment. Obviously they want to push Reigns to be Super Cena basically, but at the end of the day, Rollins, like, could be champion well before he is. So, but yeah, so overall this Raw was slightly better. I wouldn't say slightly better, but after kind of reviewing it now, it was actually a lot better than the 2 weeks put together for the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. I have WrestleMania 15 from the Attitude Era. Oh, you're not going. I give you a little spoiler alert. It's not good, I can tell you that. So yeah, I will talk to you guys on Tuesday, and hopefully you enjoy your weekend. So take it easy, guys.